Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I'm going to be showing you how I made this little box. It's just the cutest little thing ever. And I got my papers yesterday. Love these. Absolutely gorgeous. And I said I wanted to make a little project with it. And it's called Pink Paradise. Absolutely beautiful. And you get these toppers as well. I had these for free because I had points on my Create and Craft. You get four. You get 4 with the circles and 4 with the squares, but I've used one of each. What I did, I made the box out of the papers that are inside. Absolutely beautiful, but they're not very thick. So I reinforced the sides of the lid, and then inside I put one on the top. I also cut it out 4x4 to add some sturdiness for the inside, and not only that, it makes the inside of the box look really pretty as well. And you know, it's got these. So I'm going to make the base with you because I've already done my lid and I've got another one ready. We're going to decorate as well, and I've added one inside. It's just wonderful when you open up Friends Make the World Beautiful. Then also you've got Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to make the base, which is exactly the same principle as the lid. This is 8x8 papers. So I'll show you what I'm going to do now. These are my other bits left over. So you're going to need a piece of, look how beautiful they are. And inside I've made these beautiful little note cards and matching envelopes as well. So these are going to be part of a little gift for somebody. Isn't that beautiful? Matching paper, matching envelope. So I'm going to show you how I made the envelope, how I made the card, and then I'm going to make the base for this next box, and then we're going to add all that together. So this piece again is 8x8, but you're going to need to take a little slither off either side if you want it to close properly. So you've got the line on your trimmer here. I'm going to put my card in and just go to this line here. So it's like 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just, well, halfway even. Not quite there. And I'm just going to trim it off. You don't need that much really, but I am. You've got to do it on the either that side or that side now, because you've got to take it from the same corner, spin it round and repeat. And I'm not going to have it quite as wide this time. There we go. There's my slithers. And this will ensure that your lid fits perfectly onto your base. Now doing that, and I did exactly the same, except I didn't take the slither off the side. So my lid was 8x8, and you just score and burn it and at 1 and 2 on all 4 sides. But I just turn it around, score 1 and 2, because I'm going to reinforce the base as well. Even though this is good thick cardstock, I want it to reinforce the bottom of the box as well. Perfect. And then this will make then the centre just short of 4x4, so I know it will fit, and my little cards inside will fit as well. So before we burnish the score lines, I'm going to do my cutting. So what I do is I take a slight little angle off there to that one, because it just saves messing around, cutting everything off and then miter. So I'm mitering as I go along. So only to that score line, and then I'm going to trim to that score line. Then I'm going to remove to there, and again miter, so it saves me mitering that end as well. I'm going to remove the score line, and then I'm just going to miter in there and miter in there, and then this side I'm going to do exactly the same. I'll show you on the other side what I mean. That's why I do this. So just mitre that off. Remove this score line I do. And then mitre and mitre. So if I was doing it the normal way, or if you want to do it the long-winded way, then you would cut up, you would take that off, then you would mitre, then you would cut down there, then you take that off, then you would mitre, then you would mitre and mitre. So my way is a little bit quicker, that's all. It just saves you cutting 2 extra cuts. So have I done this right? Yes. Mitre to that corner. And the reason we mitre a little bit here is when we tuck this in, it stops all that bulk there. So for safety, I always put them away. I'm rid of my rubbish, and now we can burnish. And I'm saving the tabs till last because I'll tell you why. Because when you add your glue, I'm just going to do these with my fingers. I want that resistance so it pushes back so it stays glued. If I was to, let me show you one, if I was to crease that, it's not going to want to push back against there, so I'll have to hold it and it'll be longer. So I'm just doing it lightly so I know that resistance when I add the glue is going to really push into there and adhere it down. So I'm going to take off my glue lid, and I love this glue, it's brilliant. So I'm just going to make sure I've got every square inch of that tab covered. I'll do this side first. So when I add this now, nice and close, I know that's resistance. Look, see, if it had scored it really strong, it wouldn't want to stay in there. So I've only got to hold it for a few seconds because it's, like I say, it's really good glue. You've got to make sure your points are together, and then again this side. But this is exactly what I did with the lid, minus taking those little pieces off. So, perfect. And these flaps will help hide those as well. So look, see, it wants to push back. Just apply your glue. Because you're going to be gluing this bit down as well, I'm going to be using tear tape and a little bit of glue because I want to make sure this box lasts, because it would make a nice little trinket box after the cards have been used and given out. You could sit this on a nice little desk, put a nice bracelet in there maybe, or use it as a little trinket box, or just sit it on a shelf for decoration. So they're all done. I'm going to grab my tear tape, and I'm only putting a one line on each row, on each piece. It's just to help with it to stick. So just one piece on each. I think it just helps with the grip while the glue starts to dry. And it doesn't matter where you put it, as long as you put a piece on there. and then I'll use my bone folder. Take all the air out. Sticky stuff. So I'm just going to go around and squash those down, because over time, if there's any little air bubbles in there and dust gets in, then it will help it to come unstuck. Not only that, when you do this, it helps you to get the backing paper off quicker. So I'm going to start with the pieces where they're going to hide the tabs. Just going to remove. You can add a bit of glue inside there as well, because that's being covered. And then just going to fold it in. And because I've added the tape, it gives it that grip straight away, instead of us sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting for our glue to dry. So again, remove this. Put some inside. Fold it in. And there we go. And not only that, now it's stopped all that bulk. You can see into the corners. If I hadn't cut a piece off, it would be trying to curl around the corner. So I'm just going to give it a good, another good rub. Back onto this side, making sure it's all pressed down. I just wanted to show off these gorgeous papers as well. They're just stunning. I mean, you could do this with any papers you've got in your stash. You could do this with Stampin' Up papers. I'm just wanted to show off these gorgeous little note cards. I don't have any flamingo stamps, I don't think. I had a look quickly last night, but I haven't. I've got so many stamp sets to go through. Oh my gosh. You never know, I might come across one. That'd be lovely. And also, we do like to swoosh it up a bit. You don't have to have cards every video. I know some people do boxes every video. You know, it's each to their own. Whatever they enjoy doing and whatever they enjoy making. I like doing a bit of everything. Oh. So there is. That is so strong. That is really strong. Absolutely love that. So grab my lid. There's the moment of truth. Perfect. I think I cut a little bit too much off my other one, but this one is, oh look, it's so snug. Look how nice that went on there. Fits absolutely beautiful. So before we I'm going to take, look, this one's a little bit loose. I took too much off this one, but it won't stop me from giving that. And my lovely little cards and envelopes fit in there perfectly. Absolutely perfect. Oh, have I got the wrong lid? Yes, I've just put the other lid back on. That's going to go over there. I will make extra cards for that box as well. So here is our lovely little box. How sweet. I like giving thank you cards and little note cards like this. It just really, really does make the recipient feel like they are loved. Absolutely beautiful. Now my gorgeous friend Gert, we all know her as, well, Mandy, Stamping with Gertie, sent me these, and I think they're just amazing. So I'm going to have a medium sized one. I'm just going to pop that right there. Just love it. And then I'm going to have a little one down here and another one. Just going to pop that. I'm going to pop that right in the corner there. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to have a quick nose because I haven't looked for that, because I always forget something. Please don't ask me where she had these from. I saw her use them on one of her projects and I asked and I said they were beautiful. And the next thing, she posted me some out. Isn't that nice? So 2 seconds. I'm going to grab to see if I've got some ribbon to match that colour. Because I would like to put a bow on. I want something that will contrast with that beautifully. And I think I've got some beautiful, this is that beautiful powder pink. It's not exactly the same colour, but I think it will look really sweet on there. So, let's fingers crossed I can tie a nice looking bow. The knack to a good bow is twisting it the right way before you tighten everything. I think this one's going to be a little bit chunky. If that's the case, then I have something else in mind. But I'm just going to pull them nice and tight now. Oh, I don't know. Is it going to be too big? I don't know. I think it's really... That's pretty. Oh, I love that. I think that's really sweet. I may have to pull that one down a little bit. There, that is so pretty. I'm going to get my big snips. I don't know why I've got a shadow on this side, it's doing me head in. And I'm just going to trim off the ends. May take that one down a little bit more. Perfect. This is just the sweetest thing ever. Oh my word. And I'm going to make sure that gets glued on the top there. So again, I'm going to use a little bit of tear tape. I'm going to use 2 little pieces. And I put some, because I keep it across the tail and on the bow itself, and it'll keep the shape. I think that might be a bit long, so off that one comes. I do tend to mutter, don't I, when I'm doing something intricate like this, so I do apologise. I'm just going to squeeze that down and remove the backings. It's so easy to come off with ribbon. There we go. So, oh my word, that is just so pretty. So that's going right on top there. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I might do something with that tail. It's a little bit on the wonk. In fact, actually, that one is sticking down perfectly. I'm just going to lift this one slightly. That's better. Oh, that is so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful little box. And what I did after was I just popped in my little 1-inch circle as far as it would go and just clipped it, just so you've got enough there to grab open the box, which is nice and snug. I think that is super cute. Right, onto the little cards inside. I just tuck some Whisper White. This is 7 by 3.5, and I'm just going to fold in the centre, making sure my ends are together. Because they're only little note cards, and I'm not going to use my thick 300 GSM. I think it's just strong enough for these. That is absolutely beautiful. So this makes these cards now 3.5 by 3.5, and my designer series paper I cut at 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Isn't that paper just beautiful? It's only single-sided, So I'm only going to get the nicest little border all the way around there. So grab some more glue. And then we're going to make our envelope. How sweet. So I followed the instructions on the envelope punch board for 3x3 cards. Because you've got to make sure, because my box now in a box is less than 4x4, I wanted my cards to be obviously big enough to go in, but enough to fit the envelopes as well. So that will get glued on there. And I've got these, and I've used the round discs this time. Thing is, you've got these little notches, you know, when you pull them off the cards. So you can nick them off. There we go, my little perforation marks have virtually gone now. Perfect. I'm going to glue this down as well because I don't want too much bulk inside the box. Making sure they open the right way. I know this is big and it's covering up the pattern, but I'm going to make sure I've got equal coverage all the way around. But they fit on there beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, take a few rhinestones and I'm just going to dot. I'm going to put 2 on the roses and 1 up here in this top corner. Isn't that beautiful? How pretty. Maybe you could find a nice little floral stamp and stamp something on the inside. So let's pop that there for a moment. I've got my envelope punch board. And if you look, there it is, 3x3 cards. You need a piece 6x6 and you need to put it in at 3. And you do that all the way around. Because I'll turn it over so you can see the lines. So pop it in, press, score, and now you can see. You just got to follow that line, but if you look, it's constantly at 3. And they're just the sweetest little envelopes in the world. And now I'm looking, my pattern, this one hasn't got really much of a direction, so I'm just going to choose this and this for top and bottom. And I'm just going to round off the corners. Beautiful. Pop my tool away. I mean, everyone I know appreciate, especially crafters, we all appreciate a nice little gift like this. They're just absolutely beautiful. And I do get sets given to me quite a lot off a few people, and I do use the cards because I had a gorgeous gift set off the beautiful Georgie Burns when I went to On Stage in November, and she gave me a pack of 10 gorgeous Christmas cards, and the people I gave them to were like, oh, where did you get that stamp set from? And I was like, I didn't, they were gifted to me. So I do use the gifts that people give to me to give to others. So, and there we go, I'm just adding some fast views. Look how clean and crisp, and they've perfectly lined up. And then they fit in there gorgeously, look. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love that they match. Oh, I just love it. So again, I'm going to take off the sides. Add these. I'll show you the other cards. They're just so sweet. Beautiful little envelopes, nice and clean and crisp with its matching card. Pink isn't just a colour, it's an attitude. These papers are just beautiful. Life shouldn't only be lived, it should be celebrated. Oh, So true. And then the flamingos, just beautiful. And paradise isn't a place, it's a feeling. And last but no means least, I love this floral design. It's just beautiful. Finding paradise wherever I go. Oh, they are gorgeous. So look, I could probably get, oh, maybe 8 to 10 of those little note cards in there, but I don't want to force it in. So 4, maybe 5 or 6 would be brilliant. That beautiful formed box as well to go with. Little notch holes on the side. How beautiful are these boxes? Just wonderful. Well, I hope you like. I hope you give it a go. Just use any papers. We can all make little note cards, and what wonderful little gifts to give to somebody. I went a bit small on this box in the inside, but my cards still fit because I made sure they were like 3.5 by 3.5. So I made sure they were a good 1/2 inch bigger than the lid. It's smaller than the lid. So you could give these a bit of a mist if you wanted to add a bit of sparkle. I think that might be going over the top a little bit, but you can do whatever you want. I might even get some more ribbon and attach it to that box. Oh, and I'm missing a gem. Let's get one of these medium-sized ones. And this time, I'm just going to pop this right there in that corner. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, there you go. There's my 4 inch by 4 inch little gift box with note cards and matching envelopes. I hope you give it a go. And this will apply to any designer series paper you've got. So, and I did cut my thumb holes wrong, so I ended up putting 4 on each one. I don't suppose it matters where you put your thumb holes as long as they're in there. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you give it a go. I would really appreciate a thumbs up and a share. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I do tend to post every day. And if you want to get a notification, don't forget to press the little bell straight after. That way you'll be notified of all future videos. So come and see what I make tomorrow, and I'll see you at the premiere. Bye for now. Bye.